that look for? Don't worry, partner.
Pepe. Tay bay. Xong lại chết hả?
Hey, where are you going? Hey!
Đi đâu vậy mấy thằng lộn?
How's Tepe's condition?
Chúng ta đều không để ý đến.
I have put out the order to cease all delusion. The vast majority are showing some loss of vitality, but sadly...
Your Excellency, I'm planning to establish a dedicated field hospital to monitor the soldiers are up in arms about the ban, though.
Okay. I'll leave you to... This whole fiasco is certain to be a blow to morale. If the What are your thoughts? No, it's too... The Sakoku decree is still in force. So their delusions must be produced within Enos to organize an operation of this scale. They will have had to mobilize... If we want to stop them, we have to destroy the factory where the delusions are made. It's dangerous to go alone. At least...
Your Excellency, given the urgency of the situation, we were hardly discreet when confiscating the delusions. The Fatui are If we spend any longer amassing our forces, they will get wind of our...
Very true. I gave this some thought while you were confiscating the delusion. Not many places meet these criteria. And if we take the locations where our soldiers receive their delusions into account as well, I suspect the site is likely to be the cliffs, near the ocean at the... I'm not going to stop you. But please, we have lost too many courageous fighters already. I don't want to lose you.
Huh? You mean to the delusion factory?
Nhưng mà mấy pha tôi này nó làm ghê vậy luôn.
Really? You aren't gonna think it over first? Fine.
Time to go.
Let's jam.
Nước hả?
Behold, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung.
Có sẵn không ta? Quá nghe chết quá. Đủ quá úp đầu chứ sao? Cái lồn. Ngưng chơi mất dạy. Trò chơi đấy bấm bóng tay.
Feel the beat! Odds revealed by... Take flight! Coming Sato! Sumetsu!
Went too far. This one's Midnight Vent.
Radioactive! Pyrotechnics! Whirling snow! Sakura swirl! By royal decree!
This was well done.
Oh, Whirling Sayonara Special! Yeah!
No rest for the...
Hurry up. Feels clogged. Không chết luôn.
Let's go, let's go! So, is this what delusions are made from? So much crystal marrow. Where have we seen that before? Wait a second! Are they getting this from Rito? So the Ganja Commission are...
Like I went too far.
I find him.
Power core! Try to Can't have your drink. Take flight. Over here.
The more, the merrier.
My apologies. Hugh! On reveal. Feel the heat. Over here.
Let me amuse myself.
Whirling snow. Blink. Kamisato art. Sylvester.
Nó lại né được.
Look at me. Just once more.
Cái bộ đồng lưu hỗ trợ trốn thoát khi kịp thời nếu có bất chấp thì kịp thời giúp bạn trốn thoát còn được chứng cứ cho cả hai hôm nay tôi chọn đâu ok ra thằng này cái gì vậy
Yikes! It looks dangerous. We'd better watch our step or we might get hit. I wasn't waiting for you. I just happened to be resting. I'm flying!
tôi phải nhảy qua cái kia đúng không đừng là tôi nhảy ngu rồi nó có 3 cái thì tôi phải nhảy một cái
stretch feels good. Lizard tail, pepper, star conch. What else do I need to create the most dreadfully disgusting cocktail?
Intruder spotted! Do not let them impede the work of the Harbingers.
You'll never get out of here alive!
Take flight!
You can't run this quickly!
No rest for the...
Don't be a killjoy! Always begun.
Cắn, không cắn lại chết.
This is bad. Can't run! Well, this isn't over. This should be fun.
Take flight!
I will.
Sakura
Who's in
swirl!
charge? I see that. Now this idiot must have a death wish.
Don't be intimidated. Lord Harbinger will be here soon.
Whirling snow! Fool, be gone! Embrace the ice!
This was well done.
By royal decree, my apologies! Can't handle your drink. Take flight. This body belongs to us. Alright, that's not kind. Hugh! Oz, reveal! Try till I'm dead! Feel the beat! My apologies!
This was
Sakura
well
swirl!
done.
I'm here. Look at you, Boo-Tail! I'm a rock!
You need to hurry up. This was well done.
By royal decree, protect it!
Roasted fried.
Whirling snow!
You need to
Coming
hurry up.
Satoran! Sumetsu!
Fuel's clogged.
You actually managed to find this place. Congrats,
So, you're another Fatui Harbinger?
Senora and Child. I didn't know you and my two least reliable colleagues were acquainted. I'm the Balladeer,
Sáu và tù.
number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. Delighted to meet you. So many visitors today.
Khổ vậy.
To what do I owe the honor? Oh, I think you've got the wrong idea. I know how this looks, but I'm obviously not the mastermind behind this. Aren't you supposed to be pretty tough? What? You're getting all worked up over nothing.
How can you say this is nothing?
How can you call it anything more? It's the way of the world. They were always going to die, with or without a delusion. Do you have any idea how useful the Vision Hunt decree is to us? Good news is, our hard work is finally paying off. Generating conflict creates a big market for delusion. For just a small price, they get the feeling of controlling the world. Trading their...
So, the Fatui started the Vision Hunt decree? You've been behind it?
From the outside, Inazuma looks pretty impenetrable. But on the inside, it's a land of opportunity. Eternity stretches things out over a long time. But each moment within it becomes... Take your friend in the Resistance, for example. There's nothing just like a bubble on the water. Beautiful for a moment. The more it takes from them, the more tightly they hold on to it. And the more incompetent they are, the more determined they are to fight it.
Hey, calm down! No!
That's it. Just like that. Embrace the anger. Embrace it! The wrath of the gods fills his factory, and it feeds on your anger.
Sao mày xỉu hoài vậy Trouble? Đứng lên đường. Đúng má. Cái
Repeat after me.
Nói theo tôi nào.
3,
Ba em
2,
của nó nhìn lên.
1. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you recognize me right away. It's just as well, really, with the amount of effort it took me to get you back here. Honestly, it was like you were glued.
Nico? Paimon's been wanting to ask you about...
Am I? Maybe it's because I had the other people show you whatever side of themselves they want. Every side of me is the real me. This is a human society.
Tôi
Paimon!
Study humans a while longer, my little friend. You'll see what I mean.
cứu được học sinh caro nước.
Right! Paimon was so focused on the Traveler that Paimon didn't notice what you did to get Scaramouche off our backs!
What if I told you it was a secret art from the Grand Narukami Shrine? Well, maybe you should be worrying less about... Maybe some of your neural circuitry is less
Sao mày
intact
cười?
than I
Địt
thought.
mẹ. Vô cùng là cảm tạ.
I didn't mean you had to be so
Không phải
formal
sự
about it.
động của bạn
The delusions. They're still on your mind, aren't they?
Đúng vậy.
You needn't worry.
Thủ lĩnh của đảo
The
Watatsumi.
leader of Watatsumi Island took some troops to clear the place out with their stronghold exposed. I doubt the Balladeer is stubborn enough to try and retaliate now. I must say, I would relish the opportunity to watch the... Well, anyway, that Songonomiya Kokomi, she really outdid herself this time. I'd love to have another...
A hindrance? Should you really be saying that as the Gucci of the Grand?
Anyway, I'm only telling you this to stop you worrying so that you can focus.
Chuyện gì?
You've met her, right? I'm not talking about the puppet. I mean her. You've met her, yes? Yes, the true Raiden Shogun, who meditates endlessly in the plane of Euthymia to preserve her being.
Tâm thiện.
Her name is A.
Are you saying that the one we met at the ceremony was just a puppet? And the real Raiden Shogun is the one that the Traveler met? And does that mean that when the battlefield changed, so did the opponent?
Nghĩa là thứ thay đổi đó không phải chỉ là chiến trường mà là có mà cả đối thủ.
Because this is the Raiden. Before pursuing the eternity of her nation, she had to reach eternity for her. Since the physical body will eventually turn to dust, she replaced hers with that. And since the spirit is susceptible to erosion, she placed her consciousness inside her sword, where she remains in a meditation.
So, that place that she carved open with her sword...
The plane of Euthymia. Essentially, the world inside her mind. A place that typically only allows... She shuts herself off in her inner world, leaving all the affairs of the outside world to be dealt with by a puppet, who has a single... This is the approach A has come up with for realizing eternity. You mean Morax? It's been a while since I last saw him. A surprising decision, but...
It seems like the Raiden Shogun's approach solves the problem.
Perhaps. Or you could take the view that she's acting like a little child, throwing a temper tantrum. The grand notion of eternity she once held has long since given way to the eternity of her own definition. And ultimately, her eternity is defined by fear. The truth is, you want to save the people of Inazuma from the Vision Hunt decree. So do I. The only difference is that I'd rather like to save this nation, and the key is that the plane of Euthymia represents A's inner world. Defeat her there, and you may well have...
So this is your plan? To evolve not by talking her out of it.
You're a fast learner. In short, this is the last chance to get Inazuma back on track. Otherwise, an eternity of... Don't you realize how special you are? Remember, the plane of Euthymia is a space where that you have piqued her interest. Perhaps it's because she has never seen an individual...
Has no one else ever been in there?
None. No one has seen the devotee of eternity since she shut herself away. Your existence is more than just an opportunity. It's the very key.
Wait, you're leaving? Where are
Bạn
you
nhỏ là con này nè.
Anti-Raiden Shogun training. I've prepared a special program just for you. Come along.
Nhau nhiều quá. Bây giờ nó quýnh đau quá vậy? Hồi trước nó quýnh đâu có đau vậy đâu.
So this is a day in the life of the Traveler. I'm learning more about you all the time.
blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems. A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it many times can appreciate its true qualities. I only wish life could be as leisurely as this a little more often. How greedy of me. A blade embraces...
Hello dạ. Chặt cái gì. Rồi. 3, 7, 6, 4, 7. Câu anh mới, câu anh mới. Wow, this is new, man. This is new.
We're gonna do it here?
Đây là câu anh
And
cho.
what?
Think of it as a catalyst that can reproduce the Raiden Shogun's combat moves. I made it from my own. It'll give you a chance to figure out her moves in it. The aim is to try to not get hit by the attacks. Since you've escaped certain death at her hand once,
Đừng để tao có phát chết đâu, nó chém tao cũng banh mỏ luôn. Nó chém tao đéo mất một tí. Đi. Ơi. Ơi.
Can't keep my
Chết luôn rồi.
open.
Power core! Take flight!
Nó giết tao có 10 tí gì đâu. How to man. Không trúng được thì tao đi hồi máu.
I'll take care of it.
Không có chùm lá chưa ba.
As you wish.
Khi bất khi nó làm được đó.
out! So how come you know so much about...
You mean, perhaps it's because I'm the Electro Archon's servant.
What? Like Devalin is to Barbados? Huh.
It sounds like you'd be more persuaded if you saw me in my fox form. In your dreams.
Huh.
More curious than my appearance is the fact that she and I don't see each other anymore, wouldn't you say? A nation to last for all eternity is a dream that she and I both share. But at some point, she started going down a path that became increasingly... You know, A never said goodbye to me before she stepped into the plane of euthymia. Perhaps it's just my wishful thinking, but I think she did this deliberately, as her way of keeping our friendship eternal. By neither saying goodbye nor seeing me again, our relationship will remain forever how it was. In her mind, at least. Since we've embarked on two very different paths to eternity, I can either continue to maintain the status quo or do whatever it takes to bring her back on. I have chosen the latter because if stubbornly then my duty as her eternal servant is to drag her.
Aw, Miko.
I'm only telling you this so you can properly understand my plan. Could you possibly... Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. Time for
There's a part 2?
I must leave no stone.
Let the show begin. I'm a rock. My apologies.
Leave it all to me.
I'll protect it. Yeah.
Whirling snow.
Embrace the ice.
As a good knight should.
Ơ, chém chết hết rồi.
I must leave no stone unturned.
Yeah. My apologies. Yeah.
Let's dance.
Take flight. We're finally done. How did we do?
You did quite admirably.
So, do you think we're ready to beat the...
How do I put this?
Wait, what? So all of the...
You are the most important part of the plan. I know what I'm doing. You don't think I'd leave you with no chance to win at all, do you? Speaking of, Traveler, what do you think of the Resistance Army's chances?
Bạn đánh giá thực lực của quân Anh.
You're absolutely right. Perhaps they occasionally best the Shogun's army in open battle. But when they face the right, considering even their visions have been taken from them and embedded in the statue, they...
You don't have to be so blunt. The Traveler's the captain of Swordfish too, you know.
I don't mean to belittle them. It is precisely because of their helplessness, because their visions have been taken from them. But in short, if everything goes according to plan, they... Oh, goodness. Is that the time?
All of the sudden, you're entertaining guests?
Okay, we can talk here. You asked me about the plan. Before one makes a plan,
Huh. Don't
You must understand that the Vision Hunt Decree was obviously devised as a means of manipulating the Shogun. The ones behind it knowing full well her susceptibility as a puppet, with a single-minded focus on eternity. Yes, this is now. We also know that every aspect of the Vision Hunt Decree's promulgation and execution has been
Ayaka was saying that every time they submitted a petition against the Vision Hunt Decree, the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions would veto it straight away with no negotiation.
Yes, it's all too clear that both the Tenryo and Kanjo commissions are in some form of... Thus, the current situation is that our Fatui antagonist is still at large, as the two, unfortunately. Given that said it will be easier for us to start with someone from Inazuma. So my plan is to incite rebellion in the Tenryo Commission.
Rebellion? What are you talking about? After everything you just said, it sounds like the...
When I say rebellion, I don't... If we manage to convince her, I'm quite sure we'll be able to get you enough. I'll give you a clue. She's currently in charge of the Shogun's army. She visits the shrine She also appears to be standing right behind you.
Don't move a muscle. You've got some nerve showing up here in the shrine when there's an active... Don't even think about trying anything. Surrender now.
Affirmative.
It seems that you're forgetting. Use of force here is strictly forbidden.
Ugh. Guji-ai, please tell me you are not...
We are just friends. I don't see what sheltering has to do with it. Tell your subordinates to leave. We have things to discuss.
All of you outside.
As you wish.
Guji-ai, I'm a little curious. Does it not also dishonor the Shogun?
You're the same as ever, Kujo-Sara. No one can match.
As a servant, loyalty to the Shogun is my duty. And as a warrior, I dedicate my life to following the way of the Shogun.
Even though she will one day seize your vision too.
The Vision Hunt Decree is the Shogun's chosen course, and I shall not question it.
Chưa. Phải nhiều thôi. chỉ là bây giờ là cho sư huynh tôi tuyệt đối không có
Oh, it's tragic. Such wholehearted devotion rendered meaningless by
không biết là
circumstance.
cô nói cô đang ngồi đò hay là
Have you been kept in the dark?
tỉnh táo
Or are you the...
Lady Guji, I need you to be direct.
The Vision Hunt decree is a trap.
việc dài để
Part of a Fatui plot to bring Inazuma to its... And your masters, the Kujo clan of the Tenryo Commission.
chỗ của cô
They're the ones keeping the truth from reaching the Shogun.
cô
You're saying the Kujo clan...
Yes, that's exactly...
Guji Yai, your allegation is not only dangerous, but ridiculous. Ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan, I have seen and heard nothing but pure devotion toward the Shogun. At every level of the Tenryo he reveres the Muso no Hitotachi more than anyone. My own respect for... How could he ever even dream of acting against the Shogun?
3 days. Come back here in 3 days and I will show you the evidence. As a Guji, there's one thing I know very well. People believe whatever they want to believe. Some things you do not see, simply because you do not wish to look. And so, it falls to me to place the truth before your eyes, in all its ugliness.
lại và chụp lên trước mặt cô
3 days?
để vào
I'll be here. But if I don't see any evidence, he will have to come with me.
Wonderful. Then I'll see you in 3 days.
That was
Bắt
so
tuyết vậy luôn
scary.
Quỳnh
Hana
quá
wasn't expecting to run
không
into
ngờ thầy Phương
Kujasara
sao
here,
biết
but
này
Miko, you mentioned evidence of the Tenryo Commission's
Why are you always asking so many questions?
không có
Of
gọi
course
điện mẹ
not.
mày
I
tại là
just
tao
had
đi
to say
lấy đó
something because I clearly wasn't convincing her.
Not
As plans go, changing the deity's mind is a huge gamble to begin with. We can't expect to be in control of every last...
okay, but what are we gonna do though?
If we want to get our evidence, we're going to need some help.
đi gặp chuyên gia mỏi quá ủa tại sao tao phải phải có cái được chi du đó không
That toy Tanuki just... what's going on? Not a Tanuki. I'm a Muchina. I'm so tired. Is this the She doesn't look very professional at all.
She is a member of the Shiu Matsuban, a genuine bona...
Wow, a ninja? So was that what, and
It belongs to the Yashiro Commission. Now, Kamisato Ayato and the Yashiro Commission are neutral parties, so I have... However, convincing their most chronically lazy member to help us is well... Here's what I need you to do. Go into town and find evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. It would not be appropriate for me to be seen there myself.
you make it sound so simple, but...
Oh, I thought you would have figured it out. For a complete outsider, probing the inner workings of the... But since the 3 commissions work together to serve the Shogun, they have a close relationship. Someone from one of the other commissions... Now you're following me. The Shogun's army haven't given up on their search for you yet. But with that, don't forget, we're on a tight schedule here.
blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
What brings you here?
Sao hai bạn lại quay
Did you meet with the Resistance? How's the battle going? Is it safe for me to come out yet?
Not just yet. We saw people patrolling on our way here.
So, it's still not over. I guess you came here because you have some... I'll get someone to call for Miss Kamisato.
I see. You have been through a lot since we last... I understand. You need evidence of the Tenryo Commission's betrayal. Now that you mention it, there is one thing that has always concerned me. The Shogun's army has been at war. I used to think that she simply didn't care. But looking at it now, perhaps the problem all along has been with the Tenryo Commission's... The Tenryo Commission presides over domestic military affairs. If they ever had any intention of concealing information, meanwhile, the Shogun would incorrectly conclude that the Vision Hunt decree poses no threat and would stick to her decision. If we...
But as I recall, the only person authorized to access that kind of official documentation is Kujotaka. It's heavily guarded too. Even with Sayu's help, swiping a document from under their noses is no easy task.
If only there was a way we could distract the guard...
Yoimiya's firework!
That's a very toneless sound, but it's a reasonable one. The statue of the omnipresent god is right by the Tenryo Commission. If someone set off fireworks while they were preoccupied with that, Sayu could infiltrate the Tenryo Commission and take the...
Great! It feels like I'm...
Mày đang ngủ đúng không Sayu?
It feels like it's been an eternity since we last sat down and talked like this. Well, it certainly felt like it to me. This tea house used to be my favorite hiding place, but now I've honestly lost track of how long it's been since I last stepped... Oh man, I want to go to the hot springs so...
Let's focus on the issue at hand. The sooner this was a reunion of sorts, but there's no time to catch up. We'll celebrate...
Ooh, let's play the hot pot game again.
You're still thinking of...
The Tenryo Commission is heavily guarded. Be careful when you get near.
All right. First, let's go to Hanamizaka to find Yoimiya.
Mệt quá, tóc biết.
Yoimiya, we need an extra large firework. You sure can. As it happens, I made this but it's so powerful that I haven't found anywhere I can test it out yet. Don't forget, move well away from it after you light the fuse. Don't worry, it's just a fire. We'll give it a try. Well, we got our distraction. Now we just need to wait for night.
A blade is like a tea leaf. Only those who sample it...
You! The one...
Oh no!
Được quá.
There are loads and loads of people. We need to get rid of them, or I won't be able to sneak inside. After I get the document, let's meet back at Kamari. Also, if I do get caught,
Ya dan
please come
kau nanya.
rescue me. Is this really, Anyway, let's make our way to the statue.
You! The warrant is for your arrest! Freeze!
Oh no!
ใครวะ
What kind of firework is this? By the look of it, Paimon's ears are gonna get blown off. Oh, Yoimiya, you are officially nuts. Uh-oh, they're all coming this way! Quick, run!
Well, how did it go?
ก็หันทำร้ายเจ้า
Well done. Let's wait.
I know exercise helps you grow, but I feel so dizzy. No, I can't sleep yet. There was something important I was supposed to do. I didn't know how to find the document you guys were talking about, so I just swiped a whole bunch of... Here you go.
My lady, what?
This sealed envelope must be an official report that the Tenryou Commission is preparing to present to the Shogun. In addition, we have... It seems that Gujiae was right. This should be ample evidence. Please take them to Gujiae. I will also gather some people to try and root out the...
Still, mind yourself when you face the Shogun.
Again, we'll just have to trust Gujiae.
If Paimon remembers correctly, it should be time for our meeting. Let's pack up our things and get ready to head.
Lady Guji, here I am, as promised. Rest assured I came here alone and told no one about this trip.
I knew you would keep your promise after...
You're quite So, where is your proof?
Ah, how wonderful. Everyone...
Oh, you wouldn't believe...
Hand them to Sarah. She can
What is this?
เจ้าผมจะรับเอาแทนนะครับเจ้าผมทำมาที่ไหนที่สุดที่ไม่ได้ช่วย
I see this document bears the official I don't understand. Not a single word about the resistance. What about the soldiers who gave their lives on the front line? Or the hardship endured by utter disregard for human life? Why would they want to hide?
For the sake of the Vision Hunt decree, of course. Don't you think the Shogun might reconsider her policy if all of the...
So, the Tenryou Commission. They are deliberate...
Yes. Now, who else do you think might be benefiting from the Vision...
This is a letter from the Tenryou Commission to the...
Well, the things you wanted to see, surely.
So everything I've ever held on to. This betrayal is unforgivable! Takayuki, you've got some explaining to do!
Kujosaurus seems pretty angry, huh? Looks like our Tenryo rebellion is success. Yep.
Hold on, traveler. There's something.
Huh?
Last time you entered the plane of Euthymia, it was in front of the statue of the Omni. You must find a way to recreate the circumstances of that. If you can get the Raiden Shogun to open her heart to you once more before the statue of the omnipresent god, you will have the opportunity you need. Take this with you as a farewell gift.
What is it?
The Omamori from the Grand Narukami Shrine are very potent indeed. I thought I'd put one. If you find yourself at your wit's end, or if you ever think about me during your journey, take it out, won't you? Who knows?
Cut it out, Fox Lady. This isn't the time or place to be.
I'm sorry. Well then, time for you to...
You followed me here? Since you are a witness, I suppose I can shield you from arrest. At least until I have... But if it turns out that you have been deceptive in this matter, then not only will you be
Cứ việc.
Gonna be epic.
Cô gái nóng nảy của tôi đâu rồi?
I'm taking the stage.
Bóng há double hiêu lên.
Apologies, ma'am. Orders from the top. No one is allowed to enter.
Out of my way! I need to speak to him. I won't tell you twice. Quiver! Sakura swirl!
I must.
Flash! No turning back!
Who goes there? Get
Strike! Everybody stand back! Whirling snow! Quiver! Amp it up! Flash! Glory to the Shogun!
Take this! Get them!
Quiver! Kamisato out!
I won't. Teach me a lesson.
My apologies! Teamwork is dreamwork! Try till I'm dead! Flash!
Don't hold back!
Whirling snow!
Watch your step! Show me
Quiver!
what you've got!
Power cord! I'm going in!
Allow
No
me
turning back!
to strike first!
Time to rock! Chakra swirl!
Battle formation! Get her! I dare you!
Feel the beat! Stand back!
Slash!
Take flight!
Soldiers, quick!
They're gaining the upper hand. Glory to the Shogun! Strike!
Take
My
this!
apologies!
I won't forget this.
Kamisato out!
I
Sumetsu!
must withdraw. I must withdraw. Train harder. Stop! Sarah, have you got it?
Master!
Go and ask him. Don't let him intimidate you.
Master Takayuki, I've seen the report to the throne and the letter to...
So this is how my documents went.
Should I take your words to mean that these documents were not forgeries? They were really penned by your own hand. Please tell me, Master. I need to know.
Yes, I have dealings with the Fatui, and yet... the diplomats from Snezhnaya promised a very generous reward indeed. And all they requested of me for too long, the Kujo clan's position has been coveted by so many. So, when the chance arose to gain the backing, it appeared to me to be an excellent deal. I simply saw no need to inform.
But you worship the Shogun. How can you be...
Betrayal? How can you call the Fatui may think they are using me? When the lightning strikes in Inazuma, they shall fall. After all, none can contend with the supreme power of the almighty Raiden Shogun and the Muso no Hitotachi.
Yeah. He doesn't worship the Raiden Shogun herself, but her powers...
But Master, what about ever since I was adopted by the Kujo clan? It's clear to me now that you wanted my loyalties to stop with the Kujo. You hypocrite! Preaching about virtue just to mask your own...
Selfishness? I am but...
hate to say it, but his ego is getting in the way. If he thinks the Kujo clan is a match for the Fatui...
I've doubted the Vision Hunt decree in the past, but I chose to obey the Shogun. For as long... But now I realize that the path of eternity is... So I'm going to tell the Shogun the truth about all this.
Stubborn. Report to the Shogun if you so wish. The Kujo clan, the Shogun is at Tenshukaku receiving a Snezhnaya.
Senor is the one behind all this? Way back in Rito, Lady Hiragi said...
A diplomat from Snezhnaya. Well...
Sarah stormed off! You can say that... All right, then.
Ông còn room nào nữa không cho tôi xin với?
Long as we have the Muso no Hitotachi, the people of Inazuma have...
Tôi vẫn luôn nghĩ trong nhà ông có gương, nhưng mà tôi có một cái gương này, ông cắt luôn quá trời luôn cho con trong gương. Bố khỉ. Shogun, Shogun, Rồi. Rồi, vô xử hết luôn. Ôi. Là còn sống.
way people charge in here as they please. If I didn't know this was Tenshukaku, I might have mistaken. Have you learned your lesson now?
Oh no! What has she done to Kujo-san?
The right to punish Inazumans for their crimes is mine alone. Not yours, Signora.
Then I apologize, Almighty I know. You can't get me out of your... Don't go thinking I'm surprised to see you here. I'm well aware that you hate me. Ah, so you came to expose my...
She doesn't take us seriously at all!
Stop talking about people and things that They were nobodies to begin with, and their names will be forgotten. But is that not the greatest honor they could hope for? Almighty Shogun. That's ancient history. The Tsaritsa's dream is the noblest and purest thing. These other mundane details you insist on... For what it's worth, I've grown tired of seeing you. Before you go saying something you can't take back, charging into I'm not sure you realize quite how...
I challenge to a duel before the throne!
Proceed.
My, you're full of surprises today. I'll admit that I never expected to be... You are aware. Then I will deign to... A lesson on Harbinger power and elegance? As you wish.
Going in!
Take flight!
Time to rock!
Whirling snow! Into the frozen void!
My apologies! Embrace the ice! Teamwork is dreamwork! It's not over yet! Feel the beat! Jump in! Look at you, Boozle!
The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors! Into the frozen void! Take flight! Ha!
Whirling snow! Everybody stand back!
Sa!
I will not stand for this!
Take flight! Into the frozen void!
Let's light it up! I'm a rock! Whirling snow!
Sa! Sa! You've got some nerve laying your hands on me! Harbinger power has become burdensome. I will manifest my destiny anew. Await my emergence and tremble, traveler! You have reason to be afraid.
Oh, snow line. Pyrotechnic!
I'm used to this much.
Time to rock! Feel it! Teamwork is strength!
The pale flame smolders! The Tsaritsa's benevolence has no place for transgressors!
My opponent!
Tập trung, mở ra. Please.
Pale flame, lay waste to frozen shell and witness my suffering! In fires of sin and retribution, your soul will be incinerated!
Let's light it up! Going in! My apologies!
Not every wound will heal!
Yeah! Feel the beat! Whirling snow! Amp it up! My apologies! Embrace the ice! Power cord!
Immolation! Cherished agony! Do you feel it?
Whirling snow! Feel the beat! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Can't handle your dream.
Not dead! My apologies! Sakura swirl!
Take flight! Embrace your searing reckoning! All must burn!
Off we go!
Got me that time. Can't keep my eyes open.
Who dares call me a witch?
Whirling snow! Everybody stand back! Feel the beat! Let's light it up! Let's light it up! Pyrotechnics! Time to rock! Feel the beat! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Take flight!
Thú bự vậy? Lộn.
So strong!
Tâm hồn tao bự.
But how? I am a Snezhnayan diplomat. You know what happens if you lay a finger on me. I swear, if you strike me, I will make sure. The Fatui will make sure that your precious Inazuma... Stop! I order you! And you! Filthy rats! All of you!
You are the enemy of eternity.
Người kẻ thù của vĩnh hằng.
But as the victor, I acknowledge your honor.
Vinh quang của kẻ chiến thắng.
Therefore,
Cho nên ta cho phép
I
người
shall
đời sống
allow
tiếp
you
tục
to
kẻ.
leave Tenshukaku alive.
Độ má giết kia luôn mà. Tao cũng đã biết con kia là người tốt người xấu.
The writing Shogun isn't gonna let us off just like that,
Sao chúng ta
right?
hại chúng ta đi dễ dàng như vậy?
Oh, the air feels
Cảnh sát đến
suffocating.
của Raiden
It
số
must be the writing Shogun's almightiness.
Sigmara đã chết. Fuck. Đúng rồi, tao giết mà.
One strike from the Shogun and now Senor is gone. She got what she deserved. But Paimon still can't help but feel upset. Why are they doing it? Why are the Harbingers collecting all the no-seeds? Hmm? Traveler, you got a headache? Tina, let's get out of this place. Paimon feels unsettled.
Nữ đang vô tình.
Also, when the Shogun executed Senora with the Muso no Hitotachi, it was unbelievably powerful. It seems impossible to defend against. And if so, we've got no hope whatsoever of defeating her in combat. So, to recap, Yaimiko wants us to go back inside the plane of Euthymia by the statue of the omnipresent god. Oh, but we'll be like Lance and his father, won't we? Oh, maybe we could put this plan on hold for a while? There's the sound of electro-zapping in the air. Paimon can barely breathe. Traveler, are you okay? You're so silent. Sounds like there's a lot of noise coming from outside Tenshikaku. Has a fight broken out or something? Oh, the guards seem really nervous. Well, let's go see what the situation is, shall we?
Em phải cầm, phải khó.
There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow.
Rồi xong. Lâu lâu sắp chết rồi, lâu lâu rồi. Có gì nữa đỡ không? Đỡ bằng cái mà đánh bể.
So we meet again.
Gặp nhau lại rồi. Mẹ đừng chém nhau đâu như là kỳ trước vậy chứ. Kỳ trước gặp nhau mấy
Indulge my curiosity. What is the reason that I find you stand? Do you hope your foolhardiness will shelter those people? Or was it... Oh? Surely you didn't... If so, then you underestimate me. I am quite not so. Only everything that pertains... The Vision Hunt decree has my tacit approval. The Fatui's actions thus far do not constitute a threat to eternity. Otherwise, individual ambition is inherently incompatible. What you might not realize is that all too often, people have far more to lose. Consider this. No one will lose their life on account of having their Rather, those who have lost their lives are the ones who insisted on... Traveler, your existence is... There seems to be limitless uncertainty in you. To put it another way, so I won't insist that you comprehend the meaning of my actions. What matters? That's right. Huh. Anyway, you're looking for a chance to shake... So be it. Well then.
Đừng nó bắt tao đánh nữa. Oh no.
Excessive yearning leads to inevitable destruction.
Đéo phải. Nói chém tao như con mày.
Embrace the ice! I'm a rock!
Inferior.
Look at you, Boomtail! I'm going in!
No!
Try till I'm dead! Pyrotechnic!
Take flight! Strike dead!
Let's light it up! Pew-pew!
Lightning falls on the land of eternity.
My opponent, pardon my indiscretion.
Inferior.
Sắp hết đồ rồi đó.
I will mold you. The foundations of eternity.
Ơi mày đừng chết nữa, đừng chết nữa.
Everybody stand back! Feel the beat!
Take flight!
Amp it up! Power cord! Hey, not the tor! That's gonna hurt in the morning. Adventure time!
Inferior. Inferior. Evasion is futile.
Why do they never miss?
Inferior.
Adventure time! Don't worry, I got this. Pyrotechnic!
Strike dead.
Còn cái nữa, còn cái nữa.
Let's level! Couldn't break the curse.
Chạy tung lòn luôn á.
Strike dead. Inferior. That was just the intro.
Dear me, aren't you cutting it rather close?
Miko, this was your doing?
Now. Don't forget who taught you how to place your consciousness in objects. Surely you don't think your ambition alone is enough to shake A's will, do you? Though you alone are here, they too have ambitions, which they long since entrusted to you. Now then, close your eyes.
I hope we can abolish the Vision Hunt Decree.
Đừng được quá quá.
I'm here. I'm around.
Ơi,
Let's light it up!
Your verdict is decided.
Time to rock! Whirling snow! Sakura swirl!
Can't handle your drink.
Your verdict is decided.
Take flight! Going in! Why do they never miss? Pyrotechnics!
All desire can be broken.
Shred till I'm dead! Everybody stand back!
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Coming to art! Sylvester! Whirling snow! So rude!
Diana special. Pew pew.
Your verdict is decided. This world,
Amp it up!
a fleeting shadow.
Power chord! Teamwork is dreamwork! Sakura swirl!
Can't handle your drink. I'm a rock.
My apologies! Shred till I'm dead! Adventure!
This world, a fleeting shadow.
Take flight! Coming to art! Sylvester! Let's light it up! Going in!
Look at you.
Boom! Feel the beat!
Without yearning, all returns to
Whirling
silence.
snow! Teamwork is dreamwork! Sakura swirl!
You've lost, eh?
Yes, I have.
Why can you not trust your people? And in the power, these ambitions have transcended space and time. They are something that no one can.
sẽ có thể vượt qua sức mạnh tuyệt của thần linh.
Is this the lesson you learned from your journey in Liu? There are nations where humans cast their god aside and stride. So are we to just abandon the notion of...
You and I have both witnessed the great loss that progress can bring. Eternity.
Chỉ có việc
When lightning flashes,
dư ảnh
it casts a shadow.
sấm chớp
My name
chính là ta.
means shadow. With my blade, I purged all obstacles to progress.
Bước tiến của Inazuma. Xả thân.
And yet, something was lost with each step forward.
Sẽ mất đi cái gì đó.
In the end,
Cuối cùng
I even lost her. The tales are still retold in the shade of every Thunder Sakura. But the wounds left on our nation by that terrible loss still ache. Never stop searching, even if only for a brief flash of light. If nothing else, we have the present moment. She said that
đừng nói này
once.
bán skin nha ba, quay tự nói như vậy.
But I've seen a nation strike forward and lose everything to the heavenly principles.
Trước thiên lý.
Perhaps only if time stands still will the lightning's glow never fade. The present moment is a fragile illusion. Only eternity can bring us closer to the heavenly principles. I am no longer the shadow. Mine is the most supreme and noble form. Let power over the realm be vested within me. In this form shall I honor my subjects' dream, for a land of eternity, unchanging forevermore.
The heavenly principles. Irrelevant when all's said and done, all you really want is to protect your beloved. But is this nation worth existing for eternity? Stripped of ambitions, stripped of the potential for change. I wonder what loss would it...
Miko,
Nghĩa là con này nó cũng muốn
retract
quýnh lại
your
thiên lý.
words.
Nico, rút ngông cuồng nó lại
Never
đi.
changing eternity
Một sự vĩnh hằng
is
đích
the
giả
promise
thiên
I made to my
tức là lời
people.
hứa.
But what your people need from you is not your promises. They want your attention.
Humans have a lifespan of barely 100 years, but I have experienced it all.
But eternity is far too cruel a...
For me,
Not only have you stopped paying attention to the world, but you have stopped... It must have been terribly lonely here,
but it is necessary.
You will miss much by refusing progress. You seek to prevent loss, but you are obviously lonely. And yet, for the sake of eternity, you choose... Tell me this. Why is the sky here that was once so dark? This is your plane of euthymia. It's your inner world, so it can only mean that you are happy to see me again. But I have so much to say to you. Let me tell you...
How long will that take?
As a Fox envoy, I have an excellent memory. I recall every detail of the last few centuries with perfect, so it will probably take me another few centuries to relay it to you.
Seeing you...
Since you are willing to admit...
What a childish... Anyway, now that I have been defeated by you and your plan, but with regards to eternity...
You are the one who's been acting like a child from the very beginning. As promised, the Raiden Shogun abolished the Vision Hunt Decree. Finally, her people's wishes penetrated her locked heart. Beyond the plane of euthymia, she saw what eternity means in the eyes of the world. When one's fervent ambition burns brightly, the gods will cast their gaze upon you. Some ambitions have the power to heal wounds, to bring victory, to inspire hope. But some ambitions outlive their masters long after the soul ascends. They remain as they were in the beginning. burning bright and true for all eternity.
So what did you guys do in the riding Shogun's plane of euthymia anyway? Is the Vision Hunt decree abolished? Oh, gotcha. So maybe there...
Why, hello. If it isn't the triumphant traveler.
You literally told us to come meet...
I was
Seems like someone...
Mm-hmm. Catching up with an old friend I hadn't seen in... By the way, I heard that you had a duel before the throne. With a Fatui Harbinger no. Defeating Signora head-on in a duel means that you... Still, you did end up victorious.
Sure feels good they caused plenty of trouble along the way, but at the very...
Wait a second. Did you say... As in, the little thing that looks some...
Yep, that's the one. You've seen one too? No see...
Oh.
What's...
I handed that over.
You did what now?
Well, how else was I supposed to save your skin from the balladeer exactly?
Trời đậu má. Cũng giàu.
The balladeer is number 6 of the Fatui Harbingers. In terms of strength, he's superior. I'm not the kind of person who risks life and limb for any old reason. After A created her puppet vessel, she no longer had any. As her erstwhile closest friend, A handed it over to me. And she no longer needs the power of the Gnosis, and in any case, she tells me she has severed ties with Celestia. Thus, the Gnosis became not only useless, but also, is that not a good bargain? Exchanging it for the one at the core of the plan? Judging by the results, at least, I dare say I struck a good deal.
When you put it like that, Paimon has to agree. The Traveler is worth more than a Gnosis. So anyway... Really?
You intend to travel all over Teyvat, and the time has come for the... As a mark of my gratitude, I will answer. What would you like to know about? That puppet was built with technology that has been lost to time. Still, before A began modifying her own godly form, she took it upon herself to create a
So, you mean there are...
No. The prototype was merely a proof of concept. Its appearance and intellect were not based on A. It was a test. The original plan was for A to simply discard it. But perhaps A thought this to be too cruel, because in the end she chose only to... Later, this puppet wandered Inazuma as an ordinary human male with his own Some eccentric geniuses in the ranks of the Fatui made adjustments to the The object of divine creation is now the one who has taken possession of the Gnosis. And the prototype puppet is now known as the Balladeer.
What the...
It is, isn't it? Who can say whether it's coincidence? I'm surprised an outlander like you is aware.
Morax told us. He said that the Electro Archon Ball has passed away.
Yes. The truth of the matter is that there were two
twin gods?
They won the Archon War together, and when Baal established the shogunate, Beelzebul became her Kagemusha, or Beelzebul is A, with whom we are now both acquainted. Baal's name was Makoto. As far as the world was aware, there were not two, but one. They complemented each other, and in fact, the name Baal and the title of Raiden Shogun was understood to refer to both of them.
To what?
Makoto died several hundred years ago in a war that I was not personally involved in. Since
losing her sister must have been super hard on A.
That was when A began to change. Makoto was her greatest...
Paimon feels like she understands A a lot better.
I didn't spend a great deal of time with her, but my impression was... she was a...
Wow.
Sorry, I haven't a clue. But if you still have doubts about A, I would... Not only does she not fit your description, But she voluntarily gave up her gnosis long ago. That's good to hear.
Don't worry, we're...
As for your sister's whereabouts, I will use all the resources and I'll let you know if I find out anything. Consider it part of my means of thanking after leaving Ina's...
Ooh, Sumeru! We've run into loads of scholars from there.
Yes, well,
Ui, là sắp tới mình sẽ đến được
Sumeru is the
Sumeru.
land of the... But their obsession gives rise to some... In Sumeru, knowledge is holistic...
Knowledge is a...
Yes. I don't know whether it was the sages or Lesser Lord Kusanali who...
Lesser Lord could...
Oh, you have... I'm sure you must have some things to discuss with her too. Are you sure? Okay then. Keep it safe. There was me thinking that you might hang it around your neck to show off to the world, telling
Who in their right mind would do that?
Okay, I'll stop. I see. Your ambition should be something that Perhaps the reason you do not possess a vision is that such an Continue on your journey.
Wow, nhiệm vụ chiến tích mở ra. Fuck, man. Hmm.